Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra, and I'm going to take you through this morning Yin Yoga practice. This is a really gentle, nice way to begin your day. I am going to be using a strap for the first pose. We're just doing a reclining leg stretch. If you don't have a strap at home, you can always just use a belt or a towel. Those of you that are really flexible might not even need a prop. You can just use your hands to pull your leg in towards you. So if you don't have a strap, please don't worry about it. Don't let this deter you from doing this practice. And we are going to begin lying down on our backs and just start by pulling your knees in towards your belly. You can let the strap go down by your side. And just relax your shoulders, maybe rock a little side to side, massaging your lower back. So for Yin, we'll be holding each pose for about 2 minutes. And using this as an opportunity to really set the tone for the day ahead. And before we stretch into our hamstrings and use our strap, just keep your right knee in towards your belly and straighten your left leg to the floor. Really extend and reach out through that left heel as you draw that right thigh in a little closer. Try to relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Just looking for a gentle opening into the front of our left hip, into our hip flexors. Breathing slow and steady, in and out through your nose. And you can use this time to set your intention for the day. Maybe just by choosing one word that captures how you want to feel today and how you want this day to go. And before we do this pose on the other side, we'll come into a reclining leg stretch. Start first by bending your left knee so your foot is flat to the floor. And then maybe with your strap, your belt, your towel, or even just your hands, you can wrap and extend that leg up. So I'm using the strap and I like to hold it further down so that I can relax my upper arms. You might be using your hands to pull it in. Really flex into your foot here. And you can absolutely keep a bend in your right knee. And if you'd like to intensify this, then you can re-straighten that left leg. Try to level your hips. And you are using a little bit of arm strength here, but use as little as possible. This is why I like to hold further down the strap, because then I don't need to contract the muscles in my arms quite as much. So soften your shoulders. You can always take breaks. And I'm doing this variation 1 of the leg stretch where my leg is pulling in towards me. If you wanted to, you can also play with opening your leg out to the side or crossing it over, whatever your hamstrings need this morning. Start to bend your right knee, releasing the pose. And we'll find our knee to chest on the other side. Should feel really good to let that right leg stretch out in front of you. And then you can pull your left knee in towards your belly, holding on wherever is appropriate as you pull that in and really extend and reach down into your right heel. Not using too much effort this morning. Just a gentle way to wake up and get ready for our day with some mindful presence and full body awareness. Setting your intention. Let's bend our right knee so the foot can come flat to the floor. Make sure your pelvis is level and grounded. Grab a hold of whatever prop you have available. And we're going to straighten the left leg up, flexing through the foot here. So we're really getting into our ankle and into our calf. And maybe hold further down your strap so you can relax your arms and slide that right leg out in front of you if you'd like to intensify the sensation. And it's really normal for one side to feel more intense than the other. I know for me, left hamstrings are always much tighter. So just adjust however you need to. We're not trying to force ourselves to have the same experience on both sides. There is no forcing in Yin. Release this side. Move your strap out. We won't need it anymore. And we'll be making our way onto hands and knees, but it might feel good just to pull your thighs in towards your belly. We'll make our way into child's pose. So you can come on up. And I'm going to do a different variation of this pose. I'll give you some options here. So big toes together, knees go as wide as you would like them to be. The wider they are, the more intensely you're going to feel this. And you might choose to just extend your arms out and fold straight forward, or if you'd like, you can add a thread the needle twist variation where you're going to reach your right arm underneath you so that shoulder and ear drop to the floor, and you can place your left arm, maybe keeping it down on the floor, pushing into the mat a little. You can extend it up overhead, or it might be more comfortable to bring your left arm towards your lower back. And the further you get that right arm, the deeper you're going to feel this twist. Try to keep pressing your hips towards your heels. And if the twist is too much and really hard for you to relax into, just do a regular child's pose by stretching your arms out in front and melting your forehead to the mat. Slow, steady breaths here. Trying to let gravity do the work for you. And we'll unwrap from this twist so we can go to the other side, push back up a little. And this time we'll bring our left arm underneath, reaching until the shoulder and the ear come down to the floor, and choose where you want to put your right hand, maybe pressing it into the ground, extending it up overhead, or bringing your right hand almost like you're reaching for your inner left thigh crease. Soften into it. Slow, steady breaths here. And let's release. Bring your hands back out in front of you if they weren't there already, and start to push back up. And just come to hands and knees. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow before coming into our final pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round and contract, pushing the floor away from you. 2 more like this. Inhale to arch. Exhale to contract. Inhale, open through your chest. And broaden through your shoulder blades. And come to take a seat. We're going to come into square pose, and this one can be quite intense, so I'll give you another option if you prefer. So sitting, the full variation of square pose, you're trying to align your right shin directly over the top of your left one. So I'm stacking my ankle over my knee over my ankle, and there might be a bit of a gap here, especially if the hips are feeling really tight. This really works on our outer hips and outer thighs. If you would like to modify and make this a little easier, you can just bring your shin slightly in front of your left one, and we're all going to fold forward, so you'll feel this more into your right glute. So choosing the option that works for you. If you're doing that full square pose, try to flex your feet. And you might just want to hold and sit up tall if you're already feeling some intensity and at your edge, or you can always walk your hands forward and fold from here. And I like to kind of just use my hands to support my neck and support my head. This is a great pose to do in the morning if you know you're going to be sitting down a lot today. This will be our last pose. So really make the most of your time here with slow, steady breaths. Feeling that breath go all the way down to your low belly. You can release your arms, slowly push your hands into the floor to lift yourself back up. And it might feel nice just to extend your legs out in front of you or drop your knees side to side, just whatever little counter stretch helps you release from that pose. And we'll set ourselves up to do the same thing with the other leg, either on top or slightly staggered in front. Squaring off the pelvis, again, very normal for one side to feel quite different than the other. And no matter what you're doing with your legs, try to lift out of your lower back and maintain this length even as you fold down. Finding your edge, so we are not chasing sensation or trying to push ourselves. There's absolutely nothing to prove here. While it might feel a bit intense to be in this pose, you should be able to breathe deeply, to relax the muscles in your legs. We want it to feel really good as we hold it. And we'll start to come on out. And just like before, whichever little movements and adjustments feel good here. And come to take a seat. Closing your eyes and rolling your shoulders back. Let's bring our hands together in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Choose your one-word intention for the day. And we'll set it with the chant of Om one time. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Om. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for practicing with me this morning with this morning Yin Yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to know what your one-word intention is. You can leave it as a comment down below. Please do subscribe to my channel as a way to support free yoga on the internet. If you'd like to stay a little longer, you can always do this meditation right here. Thank you again, and I'll see you soon.